it's Xia Lin. XiaLin.com, womenstent.org, and I'm so excited to talk to you today about breaking through illusion. I'm sitting here in front of one of my paintings, and I put lights around it today to highlight this. Here it is. It is the dragonfly breaking free from the clusterfuck, the chaos. And what that is representing is that the chaos of mind, of old thoughts, of negativity, of not always negativity, but just the weight of our experience. Our experience is imprinted on us, of our lineage, of our own lives, and it's a wonderful thing. It creates foundation. It creates memory that can fuel our inspiration. And it can bog us down sometimes. So as we are entering the final weeks of winter, it's a time to really look at the pages of our soul, of our memories, and see what really creates foundation and what really is bogging us down. What needs to be just cleared, rubbed clean, and what needs to be organized to bring with us, to empower us in moving forward, that we can bring with us to truly embody this feminine power. And why is this so important? Why have I dedicated 20 years of my life to feminine empowerment? Well, it has many reasons, but it's not because I'm a raging feminist. I actually love being a woman, and I love the the traditional dynamics between men and women. But what I know about our journey on Earth is that the feminine is desperately needed on the planet right now. The feminine coming back to life, being restored in both male and female bodies, and all genders, feminine, masculine genders, female, male genders, and everything in between. The fluidity of gender that's happening, I believe, is actually a really beautiful part of our evolution. So when we talk about masculine and feminine, we're talking about energies, we're talking about experiences. Everybody has masculine and feminine within us, and how we express it has to do a lot with the amount of each, or the experience of each, and our own individual expression of each. So there's not a prescribed way that you're supposed to be woman, man, they, them, her, it, anything. We're here on Earth to discover it and to have a grand experiment with being in form, spirit in form, expressing itself. So today we're talking about breaking out of the illusion. So why have I worked specifically with female bodies, women's bodies? Well, there are things that have been imprinted into women's bodies through the global pain body, through lineage experience, and through our own experience around abuse, shame, a lack of confidence. And I really believe that this is part of the healing for the planet. For women to find their power, find their clarity, find their true longing and expression, and really embody it, bringing it all the way into the body for full expression. When you come all the way in, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? When you start to truly love and feel and experience yourself in a female body, and reckoning and facing the experiences you've had, we don't know who you'll be after that. But what we do know is that you will be very powerful, because authentic experiencing of yourself and reality is powerful. And when we leave our body, when we don't want to look at certain things, when we don't want to claim who we are, what we've been through and learn from them, we cut ourselves off from power. And that's living in the illusion. That's living in the busy mind, the mind that gets scattered and weighted down and confused and negative with the chaos. Life on earth is chaotic. There's no getting around that. But when you know what brings you light, what is the guiding light, what is the dedication, then your life can be like this dragonfly, just a beautiful expression, just reaching wide into the air and being supported by the lift of the breath toward what you love, what you find brilliant, what you find guiding your heart, the guiding light of your life. Now, February, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, beginning of February is a marker for several traditions where it's a true beginning. Where January has been the visioning state, this starts to be the creating action. And as an embodiment coach and facilitator and teacher, this is when dance becomes a little more active. Right now, we're working with the quiet dance of stillness. We work a lot with the mudras. We work a lot with the inner temple work of just letting the deep internal microcurrents of movement move our organs, move our bodies from the inside out, to listen and to go deep into womb wisdom, to really listen to the internal intuitive creative power within that's guiding us. And it's probably giving you lots of impulses of inspiration. And our time in January now is to just listen and notice and chew on it a little bit, just enjoy it and see which things actually take root, actually formulate into a seed plan. So, embodiment. How can you transform from living in the chaos? And it's beautiful, right? Some chaos of mind and matter is very beautiful. And there's no problem there. But if you have a soul mission and you start to tap into it, and the more you do clear embodiment work, ritual life, the more you will start to be dissatisfied with the cycling of the chaos, and the more you will long to have the attunement toward what really brightens your soul, because you have come here to be in your true power. And this is why I believe that is so. Is that each one of us has a seat at the table of the evolutionary story. And each one of us is needed. And right now, in this particular moment of evolution on Earth, the Earth itself is going through a lot of changes. And this happens throughout the years, the centuries of the Earth. And she changes with or without us. She's kind of like, mamas, how they have to be really stern sometimes. We're going right now. You can come with us or not. She's going to go through her changes. And some of her changes are sped up a little bit by human activity. And so what I believe is that us coming into a true relationship, a co-creation with Earth, putting our attention on Earth and realizing our co-creation and connectivity with her and the web of life that is her, we are not separate from, then we become part of her dance. We dance with her, and our work becomes activism. And so the journey to embodied feminine power is really this journey to loving ourselves. Let me make sure if I get this right. I wrote this down for us. It's really about loving ourselves, finding our way back into co-creation with the Earth, and turning our work into activism. whatever it is. You can work at the grocery store, you can be an entrepreneur, you can be waiting tables, you can be a working mama. Every mama taking care of her children is a working mama. You can be working out of the house as a mama, doing a part-time job. You might be on a soul mission of being a teacher, or a dance or movement instructor, facilitator, being a coach. Whatever you do for your work meaning your soul mission, it can turn into activism by dedicating your actions to something more than yourself and making money. So money is very important. It gives us power. It gives us voting power. It gives us power to create. It gives us power to travel and help people and unify people. It's very important. But if there's not a dedication to that power, if we have money and a way of means of making money and there's not a dedication, there's not a clear understanding of what you're serving, what light you're flying straight toward to give your life force to, then then the activism piece doesn't get activated. So living up to our full potential is spoken a lot in coaching work and in embodiment work. Live your full potential. Well, in some ways that's a funny phrase, because I don't know that you can come to earth and not live your full potential. And here's why. You come here to be you. Only you know how to be you. Your soul needs things that nobody knows why or what. Your full potential is deliberately and specifically connected to your soul contract. Some soul contracts are become an alcoholic, be an alcoholic this lifetime and discover this. This is someone that I knew who just, when they reached the other side in their death, contacted me and said, "Who knew a drunk like me was such an evolved soul?" And he went on to explain that it's true. We sign up for things on earth that our soul truly wants to experience. And our empowerment comes, living our full potential comes from, diving in. So we don't know, and that's why it's a moot point to judge people. It's a moot point to judge people, and it's a moot point to have regret. And I've been through the ringer. I've been through crazy shit, and I know you have too. And it's not about regret or being victimized or feeling bad about it. For a moment, yes, of course. Life is scary, life hurts. Take time to grieve, take time to huddle up and cry, as long as you need. But when you're ready, realize that this is your potential. This is huge potential. And everything in every second of your life is offering you a new expansion into that potential. And what you need to pay attention to is what actually just feels aligned. You need to stay in bed till 3 in the afternoon? Do it. Excuse me. Do you need to run out in the morning and get your kids to school and feel like a Wonder Woman and just seize the day early? Do it. Do you need to find a coach and a support and really show you some ways that your body works to tap into something that's so deeply longing inside of you, and you know this person on the screen talking to you is going to give you the next morsel, the next little stepping stone, the breadcrumb to your next moment of full potential. The next moment of full potential, of realizing it in the moment you're in, that simply realizing you're in your full potential is being in your full potential. Because we we can't say like, oh, I'll be in my full potential when I'm this, this, and this. That's craziness. We don't know if that's true. You know, I always had a dream of, I've had lots of dreams. I thought, oh, you know, I'll be a mother someday. It didn't happen. Does that mean I'm not living up to my full potential? Because something I thought I wanted didn't happen? Something I thought I would be good at didn't happen? No, absolutely not. It means we project things in our future that often are just, they're good ideas, they're thoughts, they're dreams, but they have nothing to do with our full potential. Our full potential is realized by realizing it in this moment. And by choosing what is lighting you up, by noticing what's lighting you up and confessing that. Now, even people who are, you know, diving into the shadow and living a shadow life, there's a reckoning. There's a reckoning with becoming confessed about what's lighting you up. And I have been there on a path of descent and underworld journeying, and that is definitely part of our experience on Earth. And it is also part of our experience to be in our potential, to embrace it. Dark night of the soul, embrace it, and then it becomes your potential. What is potent? And I tell you what, there has been moments when potency comes from screaming and yelling and crying and staying in bed for days, and the potency that my soul wants to grow something that is totally mysterious to the waking mind is occurring. So, what do we want to say about illusion? Illusion is not facing and confessing your potential of the moment. When you can feel the very thing that's going to create potency. And sometimes it's this clear movement. Sometimes it's just this swirl. You get to choose what you're ready for. You get to choose diving in and listening to the deep soul call and deep soul mission. And you get to choose. And I invite you to join me in not judging you. Because I'm not judging you. But are you judging you? The medicine of Dragonfly is to help us break through illusion. Illusion is not shadow. It is not the dark night of the soul. It is not a predetermined sense of who you're supposed to be. Breaking illusion is breaking the spell of judging yourself, of not paying attention to what is truly lighting you up, what is truly interesting to you in this moment, and allowing that to guide you. Because there's a great mystery here. So, embodied feminine power. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for another awakening of soul inside your body, inside creative expression? Ha! There's a question. Well, if you would like to join us, we will be diving deep into the feminine soul journey through the way of the womb, through movement, through sound, through sister circle, through weekly teachings, through daily transformational practice, through discovery sessions for 40 days. So 20 days we start to really become aware of our habits and learn to acknowledge and confess. And then the next 40 days is really about weaving this new expansion, this new growth that we're ready for. So if that's interesting to you, Womb Dance Sacred Power Initiation starts February 2nd. There's a limited number of women because I like to work with a small number so we can really be present with each other. You got the buddy system going. You're going to meet lots of beautiful women around the globe. Anyway, we'd love to have you. We will make art. We will make dance. We will share our epiphanies. We will learn ancient practices from the temple dance traditions, from the shamanic, earth-based traditions, to infuse our modern lives with some magic, with some feminine embodied power, so you can really transform your work and your life and really access feminine genius that I do believe is so vitally needed. So, let's learn to love ourselves, let's learn to love the earth, and let's see what happens. We'll see you on February 2nd. I hope you can join us. If you have questions, let me know. Happy to do a free consult to see if this is right for you. Get on womenstent.org. In the right side column, there's a little app where you can sign up for a session. And there is a free consult, and we can have a phone chat about it. Mwah! Stay connected to your soul, to your truth. Don't judge what your truth is. There's not a right truth. There is only the truth. Bye for now.